Yes. Okay. Yep. Oh, they're both there. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Turn mine off.
Right, man, God is good, God is good. Kendall, you in studio, man. That's what I'm talking about. We need a dream team. I'm out here at College Park. My nephew graduated, guys. I'm so excited, especially when we see black men trying to get that education, trying to do the right thing, and then he's getting ready to get his master's. So I was so worried because I'm like everybody. I'm trying to do 50,000 pages at one time, and then we got Trey Rawlings, my backup to the backup to the backup plan. So guys, you guys have made my day. I was a little worried because I didn't know if everybody was busy today because there's a lot going on in the world. But I appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna hang on as much as I can. But I feel so good. Y'all got it. Thank you. That's right.
I press it, but it won't. Can you hear me? I did. It's not sticking. Yes, we did. We did. We met in the interview.
Now, yeah, you talk like that.
Huh? We met in the interview. Yes. Hey, Troy. Hey, Ertha. Can you hear me? Look. He asked me. He said, "Do you talk loud or do you?" And I said, "Well, sometimes I laugh loud." I'm trying to be demure and classy. I'm trying to be. But yes, we met. We did. We met in 2020 for our Sheen magazine interview on the Zoom. Yes. Yes. And I have an interview in there too, in that same issue. So y'all get that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. Come on. Let them know, Troy. I don't think people know that. I don't think people know that and understand. But I have to give you your flowers too. I just want to say, from the moment we met and we were in that Sheen magazine interview, I remember it because when I said my age, you was like, now what now? What? And I just remember, you saying, I'm from Baltimore. I remember that. You were like, wait, you're where? And we just gelled and clicked right away. And I see you doing your thing, your stand up comedy thing, your radio thing, still for Sheen Magazine. So salute to you, brother. And Ertha, you're keeping this tight knit family together. You're trying to help everybody and lift everybody. So I salute you too, sis. everyone. And I appreciate this opportunity to even be here. It was so funny when Charles said, "Hey, Earth." I was like, "Wait a minute. I know Troy. Like I know Troy." And you know when you know somebody because they say your name right. Because so many people mispronounce my name all the time. I'm so used to it since I was little. But when you would say, "Hey, Kendall," I said, "See, that's my people." Thank you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Troy. Ah. Come on. Come on. It's so funny, but thank you so much for saying that. That means a lot to me coming from you. So I appreciate that love. And it's so funny, Troy, because I got cancer March 2021. So who knows if it was even in my body then? Ain't that crazy? I didn't even know. Isn't that something? Mm. 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 Wow. Mm-hmm. Mm. Yes. Mm. Yes. Mm-hmm. It's wild because I've always been a driven type person. I've just always been multi hyphenate and faceted since I was a little girl. You know, my mom always reminds me of that. You've done multiple things. You've always been driven and independent, and your eyes set on your goals and all of that. But having cancer, you know, and not even thinking or knowing, no symptoms. I had colon cancer. 7 out of 10 people don't have symptoms, right? So not thinking, as when I look back at my videos now and pictures, I'm like, yeah, I don't look like myself, but I couldn't see it, you know, when it was in happening in real time. I couldn't see it, but it has given me a lease on life that's totally different. I thought that I celebrated life and had a vigor for life before, right? But it when God spares your life and other people pass from what you survived, it just gives you an extra strong confidence that God's still saying that there's work to do. So that mind shift where certain things, you know, may have gotten under my skin before, or it doesn't even bother me because living life is like my first priority and being thankful for this life. So it just gives me like, all right, let's go. What else I got to do, Lord? Cuz I'm here. You saved me, so that means I got work to do. So what other work? What's going on? Like, what do you have for me? So it just shows me that, you know, how some people, you know how this business is, Troy. You know how it is when you got that hustle in you and you're trying to achieve those goals and stuff. And sometimes you're like, well, is this what God has me to do? Or is this what I'm supposed to do? Or when is it going to happen? That's almost like a secret code, like the secret sauce. Like, okay, he still has me here. So that means that I still have purpose that I need to play out. So it just gave me a little extra battery in my back. Oh, my. I'm sorry. Wow. Mm. Mm. No, no, no. What you said is important, though. I am 53. Next month, I will be 54 years young. I'm just getting started. Come on, my knees. Look, my knees still work. I won't go as far as saying Megan. Right. I wouldn't go far as saying Megan knees, but my knees still work. I could, I just was at the a concert Wednesday. I still was getting my entire life. I danced all night. It was with the D Nice Club Quarantine for the Preakness. Uh-huh. Yes. Okay. Okay, that's good. Good. Well, I am a certified life coach. Been doing this for over 2 decades. For the people that don't know what decade is, it's over 20 years and then some. It's an educational piece, Troy. We got to teach the children. But I've been doing this thing for a long time professionally, but I have been doing it my whole life. But my mantra that I created is it's never too late to remix your life at any stage, age, or phase. And sometimes it's a matter of life and death that you have to remix. You have to pivot. You have to do things differently. You have to learn. You have to grow. You got to, put some extra things in here, take out some of this. You got to remix your life. So that is my main mission for men, women, and children. So everything that I do is personal to me because I am a people person and I want to see people win. I want to see people prosper. I want to see people transform and heal. Those things are extremely important to me. So, especially the healing with the Black community, we got to heal. We got to heal. We got to self audit. We got to realize, sometimes it ain't the other person, sometimes it's us. Now, how can we, do things differently and remix their lives? So everything that I do across the board is trying to help people and see people win and inspire and motivate people to do something different, even my own life. Like when we talk about remixing in life, it's not something cute I just made up for everybody. I've had to remix my life over and over again because as you evolve, as you grow, as you heal, you're remixing things so you can have the best version of life that you know how to have, by the grace of God, you know. So that's my main mission is to teach people and show people through my life that it's never too late to remix your life at any stage, age, or phase.
I love that. I love that. Remix.
Yes,
And it's
remix.
funny because you hear a lot of people talking about pivot now.
Mm-hmm.
And before, um, I think it's powerful. Sometimes I think I'm about to make up a word, Lord. Sometimes I think
That's
we
all
get
right.
over therapized.
You black. Look, you black. You can make up words.
Oh, that's right. Sometimes I think it's over therapized. I think it's too much therapy. Everybody's a therapist. So much information, and
Mm-hmm.
that information. We used to say that information needed to be computed before it came forth, but now more than ever, I think we have more information about our emotional health, our emotional well-being. Um, and I love the fact that you talk about remixing because we're in a time where people are learning how to pivot, especially because we're living longer.
Mm.
Because we realize that at one point in time, some people that were in service until they were 55, 60, 65, and when they retired, they would give them these pensions and these packages,
And a
and they
watch.
expect people to live another. If they live 10 more years, okay, we'll pay them out for 10 more years, and that's it. They expect people to retire at 50, 55, and start being entrepreneurs and live another 40 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So all of that's changing. And one of the things I tell people, I tell my daughter this, and I try to learn even in my own life, not to catastrophize, to do what you said, be ready to pivot and remix accordingly. Give yourself enough grace and love on you continuously. And the key thing is, I say this all the time, life is precious. Life can be short if you make some stupid decisions,
Mm.
but life is really long.
Mm-hmm.
So people need to realize life is long. Like you have time. I love hearing Gary V talk because he tells people it's like, yo, you got time. Because we always say, oh, you got time. Now is the
Mm-hmm.
time. But it's like you have to do it like there's no tomorrow, but plan for tomorrow.
Mm.
Life is long. So remixing and pivoting, and think about it's 80 years. We just crossed the stage
I
at
saw
50.
that.
You see that?
I did. That was phenomenal. That's my saying. That's what it is. It's never too late to remix your life at any stage, age, or phase. I went back to school in my 40s. It got too, I wasn't 80, right? But sometimes people think 30 is old to go back to school and finish what you started. But that man that crossed that stage at 80 years old with his degree, man, oh man, that's the epitome of my saying. Like, unless your address is at a cemetery, it's not too late.
Unless your address is at a cemetery.
Come on.
Somebody got a pen and pad.
Come on. It's a t shirt.
At a cemetery.
Yes.
Not, and if you just happen to live in a cemetery and your house is on a cemetery, that's a whole nother thing. But
But we ain't talking about y'all.
unless you got to remember,
6 feet. That's what we talking about. Woo-hoo. I know that's right, Troy. That's see, this is a professional here. Troy is a professional. Um, I know you got the the perfect radio voice, I might add. But it's Kendéll Lenice, and like Troy spelled it earlier, it's KENDELLLENICE .com. And you can catch me on all social media platforms at Kendéll Lenice. The only thing that's different, because my page ain't there no more, it's TikTok, is the Remix Coach. So I love some TikTok. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got all kinds of stuff on there for you. And if you want to book a free life coaching conversation, I don't call it a consultation because we're going to have a conversation. You can book that free on my website as well under services, kendellanese.com. I have nine. I have like eight or nine. But this is my first children's book. And I love the kids. I love the kids. All of them are published. I have one ebook. All of them are on Amazon. But all of them are published. I have some journals on there. Oh, let me try to remember them all. That's so funny. Okay, I have Excuse Me, Your Unhealed is Showing, Healing Purposely and Aging Fearlessly. I have The Best Gift Ever, A Guide to Loving You, Learning How to Live Your Best Life. My children's book is called God Thinks I'm Special. I have a nice journal that I created, like the old school workbooks. It's called My Personal Journey of Peace 30 Day. It's a guide to peace. I have that. I have some journals on there, a lot of journals on there. Actually, I have Give It to God. Like, if you can't tell nobody else, you can tell God. I got that journal. I have a goals journal to keep up with your goals. I have that. I've been a part of compilation books. Those are available too. I didn't even count those. But I have a lot of stuff on there, and I'm say it again. Yes, they're on my website and they're on Amazon. So you can from Amazon you can get to from my website you can get to Amazon, you can get to my YouTube channel, and my social media links are on there as well. So it's quite a few. I feel like I'm missing something, but just check it out. And they're all to help. Yes, I'm so proud of that. God thinks I'm special. I work with adults, obviously, but I'm an educator working with children as well. And God thinks I'm special. The little girl's name is Sunny, and I just love her. She's getting a great response. I'll be in Brooklyn with Sunny next weekend, but I've been to New Jersey. I'm going to do something in Maryland, so I want to take her on a tour. So basically, it's a children's book, but it speaks to the inner child in every adult. Working with children, it allows you to see, I wonder if I was like that when I was little. And it allows you to see, when you work with children on a regular basis, it allows you to see yourself in a sense, and it helps you heal yourself, your adult self. It helps you heal your childhood wound. So I look at children, I look at social media, and everybody wants the likes, right? Everybody wants the follows. I've heard young people, even high school age, say, if nobody likes my post in 5 minutes, I'm taking it down. And I've had to ask, well, do you like it? Do you think that you're special? What do you think? So I want to catch the people before they come to a life coaching session. I want to catch the children, like, if nobody told you you were special, Because all parents don't tell their children, I see it, that they're special, but God thinks you're special. So if I can just plant that small seed to let them know as they're growing up, they won't be, unless they want to, they won't be twerking on social media trying to get a like or trying to do things that are really not their character to try to get somebody to see them, or boyfriends and girlfriends doing tricks. Hey, see me, that they'll already know that they're special. So I'm trying to catch the kids when they're young, and the response from the parents, the kids, it has been phenomenal. And I could cry right now. I'm so grateful and thankful because I've always wanted to do a children's book. I've started it, I've gone to certain publishers, just certain things just didn't line up. But it's a time now. So I'm so pleased with that book. So that is my latest book. Mhm. 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 Mm. Ain't that ridiculous? Mm. Oh, hey Zoe. Mm. Wow. It's a mock. What? Oh. Right, right. Yes. That part. Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're in adult bodies. We're in adult bodies, but we are all children trying to figure out. That's why it's so important to not take crap or mess from everybody, but still to show people grace because we're all children trying to figure it out. We just are masked in these adult bodies. So I totally agree with you. That is something that I say often, like let's talk. So I love that you say to the men, talk to the little boy in you, and the women talk to the little girl in you, because that's the one that's bruised easily, feelings hurt. That's the one that we're talking to, really, when we're talking to somebody. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm.
And it became a deeper thing when you realize that that's something that people deal with. And
Wow.
when you're what's your and for those just tuning in, you listen to the tight knit radio show. I'm your host Corey Rawlings, co-host Ertha Harris, who's had a phenomenal graduation today. You'll see Ertha around town. Y'all know how to get around Ertha. If you're in the DMV, you know she's everywhere you are. Social media these days. Miss Kendéll Lenice,
Hey,
author,
hey.
certified life coach, TV and radio personality, journalist for Sheen Magazine. She has an article in the latest Sheen Magazine as well as doing interviews online. You can find her at Kendéll Lenice on social media. But what's your daily? Do you have a daily regimen that you do when you get up in the morning to set your spirit right?
Yes, I love that question. I don't think anybody's ever asked me that question. So thank you for asking. I do. When I wake up, like I don't run to social media, and this is mine. He asked me mine, so it's no judgment if you don't do this, guys. But I wake up when I'm in the bed. I read a Bible verse. The first thing I do is do that. I pray. I listen to the last week I have been listening to this affirmation and this declaration, but then I always listen to a sermon from the week before or that week or something positive that can move my spirit, that can set me, right. So whatever I'm listening to, it's something positive, it's something uplifting, it's something encouraging. Um, Often it's about, like I said, a sermon. So that's what I do every single day when I wake up. Then I go to, social media and check different things and emails, but I make sure that I give God that time first. If I have time, I will meditate in the bed for, 5 minutes. I do that, but I can't say every single day. But I'll do that just to breathe and just to say, okay, and set my intentions for today and speak life over myself and, pray for everybody that I love. So that's what I do every single morning.
I love that. That's important. And the reason I say that is because it starts. I used to tell my daughter every morning. She's been spending more time with her mom now, but I used to say I think about the things when the children's books why it's so important um, to get that rhythm in children. But if you haven't started, and yours may be different, I do some of the same. I usually, if my alarm goes off pretty early, and I say a good prayer, but then I start listening even if I'm not really woke yet. I start turning on YouTube and I see who's coming in.
Yep.
Everybody from Joel Osteen, Steve Hurst, the Jake, whoever it is gives me. I start listening to these inspiration messages.
Mm-hmm.
I started that at one of the hardest times in my life,
Mm.
going through some stress
Mm.
physically. I would listen in my ears to positive messages
That's real.
because I couldn't get my mind out of the negative shit.
Mm.
So I started having bags in my eyes and not getting enough sleep. But I didn't realize what I was doing was starting to work a routine to force our minds to feel that way. Our minds are made to solve
That's
problems.
good.
That's why we love watching stuff like First 48. That's why we love watching, Law and Order is the biggest show ever. They can bring
Yes.
and bring that sucker back to
Have you seen the
life.
new Matlock? The new Matlock is
Look,
so good.
let me see how your voice got deep. How your voice got deep. Like you was reading erotica.
It's so when you said that, I'm like, it's so true.
Oh, it's so supposedly 85% of the things, maybe 90% of the things we think about are from the previous day. About 90% of those are negative.
Mm.
So we that's why we're attracted to negative information. That's why if it leads, it leads.
Mm.
That's why everything is crazy.
Wait, can we pause on that for a moment? You can't just say that and leave that. You got to repeat that. You can't just keep when they bleak. Go ahead, say that again.
Well, that was the media thing that changed the course of media. You remember back in the day, you had your morning news.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then you might have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Price is Right and all that, and All My Children. Right. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. See, the children don't know anything about that. First, somebody is saying somebody's with their parent. Somebody's with their parent now. Troy, like, what is a newspaper? Not even the news. But what is that? Right. Mm. Yeah. OJ was 94. I just remember 94. Mm-hmm. Let me tell you when it was exactly and tell you why I know when the OJ chase was. How about, well, I can tell you when the OJ chase was. Ask me how I know. It was on my birthday. It was June 17th. It was on my birthday in 94. That chase, I remember because I was living in Las Vegas, Nevada. I lived there for 3.5 years. I was out there. And I know, I think that was the year that I was moving to Maryland. I moved to Maryland in that same year. And I remember the chase, and I was going out to eat, and I was like, doggone it. I was like, wait a minute. June 17th. That was the chase, not the trial. So I don't remember when that started, but I remember that kicked off. That kicked off. So you're right, 95. The trial started, yeah. Mm. Mm. I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm. How could we forget? Yes. Oh. Mm. 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 Wow. For OJ, for the OJ trial? Is that when like Court TV started? Remember that? They had Court TV, that all of that? Wow. Mm-hmm. And then at the last 2 seconds of the news, they'll say, and somebody smiled today. It's like, and that's when the credits are rolling at the end. Mm-mm-mm. Mm, mm. Okay. Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's good. That's good. I would inspire everybody and encourage everybody to just breathe, right? There's so much power in intentional breathing. Yes, God woke us up. We're breathing. We're not breathing on our own. Some people are breathing with devices, so we have to keep in mind with that. So, really, just paying attention to your breaths and breathe because a lot is going on in this world, as we know, and so many people are anxious. This is May is Mental Health Awareness Month, right? So a lot of people struggle with anxiety, a lot of people struggle with depression, a lot of people struggle with PTSD. I put some videos up this week. So it's important to really intentionally breathe. Like I would encourage everybody wherever you are, just put your hand over your heart and just listen to it beat for a moment and knowing that that is a gift. It really is. And I think so many people look outward and talk about all the things that they don't have and all the things that they need and all the things that they're striving for, but they don't take time to just put their hand over their heart and just, thank God seriously, whether you believe or not, whatever you believe, you know what I mean? You're still here, you're breathing. So just take a moment to just really breathe. And I like to inhale 4, like slowly, and release it by counting by 6. And I would tell everybody also to just take a moment for yourself. It doesn't take long, whether you got to sit in the car 3 4 minutes before you go into work, go into home, go to the store. Just take about 3 4 minutes. If you can spare 5 minutes to yourself, just take a moment and just breathe, right? And think about your day. Meditate on what you're gracious and thankful for. And I think that will kind of set your tone for any day. I think you should do that every single day. Take a moment to breathe. I know y'all worth 5 minutes out there, 5 minutes of your time to give to you. You're going to give it to someone else if they pull you for it. And then also be intentional about your healing. It is not a destination. You're not just going to be healed and sewn up. You might heal from one thing, but then you have to heal from the other. So take a self audit like, hey, why do I respond this way? Why do I act this way? Why do I do this way? Why do I laugh? Just really look at yourself inside and to say, okay, how can I be better? Right? What can I do to heal myself? What parts are broken and need to be sewn, glued, stapled back together? And how do I do that? So I think if we focus on ourselves, like our breathing and being intentional and meditating on that, right? And then also about healing and not pointing the fingers or pointing the blame. But if we focus on ourselves and we drink our water, we'll be less likely to be out in that car raging because somebody zoomed past you or cut you off. Or I think that our heart space would be a little better. So if we focus on those things daily and not say, I stubbed my toe, it's going to be a bad day. Yeah, it's going to be a bad day because you just claimed it for yourself. So just to say, this is going to be a good day, you're going to stub your toe, you're going to stub your ankle, it's going to be like, I know today's going to be a bad day. Well, you just said it was, so it will. You know what I mean? So we got to shift that and be a light. We don't want to be that person that walks in a room. You be like, oh, here they come. What negative thing they gonna say? What they gonna complain about now? You want to be like, oh, they changed it. I hosted a women's conference pre Mother's Day, and a woman blessed me. She said, she was like, you are a room shifter. And she told me that. She said, when you walk into the room, you shift the whole atmosphere. You brought the light. I'm not the only room shifter. I know there's a lot of room shifters out there. And just by doing those things can allow you to be a fresh air and not stale air walking in a room where they can't wait for you to leave. So that's what I would just, because some people you like stale air, that part. Don't be no stale air, right? Keep it fresh around these parts. Keep your air fresh. Thank you.
I'm a Baltimore brat, but I'm coast to coast, calling from Los Angeles right now.
And he's pretty funny, y'all. I don't know if y'all know. He's a
I
comedian doing big things.
I'm trying. I'm trying. Oh, you said something key earlier. You talked about how the brain is made to solve problems. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times we gravitate towards negative things. It's a good thing for our brain is made to solve problems. Here's the other thing. Um, you say we only use 10% of our brain. That's wrong. It's a lie. We use our full brain. But the other 90% of the brain, what happens is we make general pathways in our mind for the stuff we do every day. We get up, go to work the same way. That's why sometimes you can be daydreaming and end up at work like, dang, I don't even remember the ride here. You brush your teeth,
Mm-hmm.
you going to church, you doing it, all the things you do on a regular basis. Even if you sleep with your husband and wife the same way. All those regular things you do on a regular
Mm-mm.
basis.
Wait, I hope that's not too regular.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
has to be remixed too.
There it is. So when you say, oh, imaging, and the research on it, it's key because those things that light up our brain when they do the test on are when you do something different.
Mm,
When you do someone different, when you fall in love again, when you're
mm,
doing some anything you do different, any new knowledge, any new information. You're getting older, that's why it's good to read books and research different things and try different foods.
mm-hmm,
All of those things light up the rest of the brain. Speaking in the spirit, all of those things light up the rest of the brain.
mm-hmm,
So those are the things when you said speaking positive things over yourself in the morning. I hope you have a great day. I know people just look for their keys in the drawer. I said, I hope you
mm-hmm.
have a great day. Awesome statement. That's why it's important to listen to positive things and to get our children in that mode because they stuck in their phones and 90% of what they learn in school is negative. So if you let your kid go in the room with a phone, I don't care how old they are, my kids was the thing about how crazy depressed when we were going through puberty.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if we had phone. I told my daughter that one day. I said, "Baby, I'd be crazy. I'd be crazy, crazy. If I had a phone and computers on top of it,
Yeah,
we worried about. We had in-person bullying. Imagine 200 people sending you a text at the same time. We hate
that
you.
part. But you know what? That is so crazy. We just had to deal with them in school, but then we would go home and hopefully it would be peace. But you're
Right.
absolutely
Or,
right. We didn't have,
or like my mother. Oh, you got to go out there and fight. Fight.
right?
Oh, you can't win again.
Right. But think about that going through puberty and everybody's looking different when they do that shift, like Rudy Huxtable did on the Cosby Show. She went from little cute kid and then she got ridiculed. Like, wait a minute, she looks awkward. That's called puberty. So imagine doing that in front of everybody. Like you can hide your little people pictures, your child's pictures if it's not like, but people are going through. You're absolutely right. How would we be if we had to go through social media in the 80s and the 90s? Mm,
Kendall also has a phenomenal new children's book out, and we need to read more children's book. We get happy and shoot. I was reading my daughter a book about George Washington Carver
mm.
and information in it that I didn't know, and I was in tears at the end. I know she's like, "Dad, what are you doing?" I said, "No, it's just I didn't know. It's just so much. I thought it was just a peanut. It ain't but this, but it sent me down a phenomenal rabbit hole studying and doing these things. But she has a book called God Thinks I'm Special and illustrations by I love this. Is this the where did you find this stuff? You have some people out here, and we coach writers and stuff like that
Mhm.
who maybe think about getting a children's book.
Mhm.
Illustrations by Arlo Irving.
Yeah, so it's a funny story. So I'm an advocate, just like my new talk show that I have out now, Grown Woman Energy, right? I shot it, I filmed it, I
Grown
executive
woman, GWE,
GWE.
GWE.
Yes, I believe in doing the work and then get people on board. So even with that show, I did that. So with the book, I created images and I wrote the whole book with the images included and then sent it in. So when I tell you she got it so similar, so perfect, so brilliant because when I'm doing it myself, I got to make sure I don't know about the licensing. I just wanted something to show the publisher. So I created the, yes, I created the cover of the book and laid it out. My publisher loves me because she don't have to hardly do anything. So it's a part of the publishing. So I laid it out to say, this is what I want. And I came up with these images. And when I tell you, she perfected them. That is amazing. So I can definitely give people that information 100% because I know a lot of people ask like, who did the illustration? And it's a black woman. That's her. Like we have the pen writers. That's her pen name for her um, illustration. Yep, her drawings. Yep,
That is amazing.
it's a black woman.
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Hmm.
I love it. Well, once again, the number is 410-481-1010, 410-481-1010 if you want to speak to Kendéll Lenice. If also so anything you have coming up in the weeks, months to come, anything you have coming up you want to let people know about before we get out of here?
Yes, thank you. So, like I was saying, I just really grown woman energy. It's a talk show, real talk, real grown, real good. It's for women over 50, but not limited to. So it's available on YouTube. I'm trying to have it at on a TV screen near you. So I'm working on that. But we have real conversations. We change the narrative on what it is to be, 50 and over. Because even the young ladies, if you're 30 something, if God blesses you, you're going to be right here. So breaking myths, having fun. We've had vulnerable moments and really having real conversations about that. So I'm very proud of that. So if everybody can subscribe to my YouTube channel and definitely check it out, we have 3 episodes up right now. And then I'm also, I'm a professional host as well. So hosting a couple of things. I'm on a panel, relationship panels, because I have that remixing relationships podcast where I focus on relationships and promoting healthy relationships and doing things differently, remixing those. So I'm going to be a part of a panel in DC and then next month. And I'm also taking Sunny, my book, God Thinks I'm Special, to Brooklyn to do that. So I have a lot of cool things coming up, and I'm always looking for more. So I'm just grateful and I'm just thankful for everything that I have going on. I'm going to never stop coaching. So I gave that information earlier. And then, like Troy said, we both write and we both work with Sheen Magazine. And I also have another one is Swag Her Magazine. So different things like that. So writing is all out of everything that I do. I love everything that I do. I've been doing it for years. But I'm a writer too. When you mentioned poetry, like I'm a writer. I'm part of this poetry book that's coming out. It's a compilation. I'm not. It should be coming out soon, and I did a couple of pieces in there. So I'm just staying on the grind, staying busy, and I just want to say to you, Troy, and to Ertha, just thank you so much for allowing me this space and time with you to be able to speak to your listeners and to have this conversation. Troy, you good at what you do, brother.
Well, thank you kindly, thank you kindly. But we need more, especially in our cities. And let me say this: I'm from Baltimore, and I'm so proud of what's happening in Baltimore. From young black mayor, young black governor, city council president. I don't care what anybody says about how things could be better. If you, I'm 50. I'm from Baltimore, so I've
Woohoo.
seen all the ups and downs. But the fact that we're doing the shifts and the things that people are seeing, sometimes we could be so caught up in, like I said, negative things here and there. If you step back a little bit and look at what's happening, we got some phenomenal things happening around us. We got some phenomenal things happening in media, social media, stuff like that. But it's really because of people like yourself keep doing positive, keep shining, keep spreading love. Thank you for the accolades. Thank you for Ertha Harris
Yes.
for keeping the door open for us to do what we do, and of course Cathy Hughes and the Urban
Yes.
One family. We got radio and TV One, Urban One family. We got some phenomenal things coming up. But thank y'all so much for tuning in to Tight Knit Radio every Saturday right here on Simpson AM, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific, my time in Los Angeles. We love y'all so much. Thank you. Once again, it's Troy Rawlings. You can find me anywhere on social media, TroyRewellinges. And yes, for the adult audience, I do have a new comedy special on YouTube called 50. Troy Rawlings 50. Hit me up.
And it's so
I'll be
good.
happy to write with you. Did you like it?
I loved it. It was so good, Troy.
You ain't watched it.
I did watch it. It's so good. You sent it to me and I watched it. You can't just send me your good work and I'm ignore it.
Oh, you watched
Oh,
one? Yeah.
I can't tell you a favorite part. Oh gosh. I can't. You know how some people do that and you'd be like, they didn't watch it, but I really did. I watched it. I loved how you interacted with your audience and they interacted with you. You seemed so natural. I loved it. Thumbs up. I will. I will. Thank y'all for watching.